Welcome to the Goodman Show. GRAPS. It's your boy Maul. That's AD. We're sitting here talking about what we like to talk about. Today we'll talk about wrestling. Let me see. Monday Night Raw just happened. This is something that we're going to kick off. So I'm glad to be doing this with my man. We talk, wrestling all day anyway. So to be doing this in front of everybody, this should be fun. So tonight was Monday Night Raw. We're just going to get into that. And we're going to go from there. So, all in all, I believe that this was a really good Raw. This has been a really good Raw. I think, I don't know, because I've been tuning out a little bit, but it's definitely been, I think, since they first went to Netflix, so like the beginning of the year. I think this was definitely one of them ones, especially after a okay Money in the Bank. I think the action was pretty good in Money in the Bank, but I think there's some story elements that was kind of like, but we're gonna roll that into this, and we're gonna talk about what we talk about. The elements of Money in the Bank, but most of
they all tie in together.
Yeah, we talk about what's going on with Raw. So, my GOAT kicked off the show. John Cena kicked off the show. Obviously, he's coming off a loss between, it was a tag team match. It was him and Logan Paul versus Cody and Jey Uso. He lost due to shenanigans. R-Truth came back, so that was crazy. And we'll get into that later. But he kicked off Raw. Pretty much he was just like, I'm the best. Y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all need to start bringing out some people. Only got X amount of days left. And I really like how they did, they had the days in the back.
Oh, yeah.
That was counting down. That was pretty good. It made it feel serious. Like, yeah. Like he only got like
that's it. Like
16. He only got like 16, 17 dates left. So it definitely, makes it serious. Like it's about to go down. But then all of a sudden the music hits. CM Punk. Now, me personally, I've been waiting on this ever since this whole, run started. Just John Cena retiring. I was like, okay, yeah, CM Punk's back. They got to run it. I thought that they were probably going to do like a, face versus face, like, one last run exhibition thing. Nope. So with this heel run, they got Cena, the good guy, versus Punk, the bad guy, but I think finally I could confidently say, AD, I think John Cena has settled into his heel role and the way that he was talking. In the way that CM Punk is talking, because obviously CM Punk is like goated on the mic.
Yeah.
But Night of Champions, I'm excited. How you feel about this segment?
TKO threw a bag at CM Punk for him to go to Saudi.
True.
Because I thought I knew Night of Champions was coming up in Saudi, but I thought that would have been like, I don't know who. I thought we would have saw Punk and Cena at SummerSlam, but I guess that may be returned for Cody because since but we'll get to that turn.
Money in the Bank for me. I thought they was gonna do this at Money in the Bank since
that
the big one, their big classic match happened 14 years ago. But go on, I'm sorry.
I think that promo wise, this was a good promo. Like CM Punk was like, "Well, I got to stop you because." You are who I was in 2012. Like I was saying, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. I'm gonna go when I win this belt. I'm going home. So it's like to see the flip 13 years later and seeing that it's Cena on the other side. I'm like, it made sense for it to be now because if you try to hold it off for a little bit, it's just not going to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I'm right there with you with that. So They definitely gave him a bag because he was when he was with AEW, he was dragging nuts.
He was like, I ain't
nuts,
going.
talking about Saudi Arabia, but they Cena, he killed his facial expressions, and then like they did the classic, if you man enough, you'll fight me tonight thing, and then the heel, because usually we see John Cena say that, but now it's flipped, so you can tell that he was feeling real good. Saying that for the first time finally to be like, oh yeah, we can fight, but not tonight. You're gonna have to follow me. But like it was evil. You're gonna have to follow me to Saudi Arabia and with that smile. You know what I'm saying?
Because he already knew what was up. Like,
yeah.
He knew Punk, he knew Punk was adamant. But like, hey, Sami Zayn said he would never go, and he went.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ted DiBiase always said, somebody got a price.
Somebody got a price. Everybody got a price, but I think that was real good. And then Seth Rollins came out to kind of
that's how you do it right there. If you like, that's why I feel like it's different with two heels. But you got Naomi doing it and Seth holding it. Naomi was at the BET Awards. She's good this weekend. But I feel like with that case, you got to show up at both shows to be like, hey,
I'm coming. Yeah. I mean,
everybody got to watch their back.
Me personally, though, obviously it's going to be some good stuff that comes out of this. But, I knew that they was going to get his jump to Seth. Like, if I could have bet my house, I would have bet my house. Because, if Triple H is booking it and Seth is in a situation, because I think, Triple H sees himself in Seth. He always has.
Yeah.
But this should be interesting, especially if they kind of having him being that, like, because Seth is always best when he can kind of hide behind a group. Because he did it with the Shield. He did it with the Authority. And now here he is with his group right now. Is there even a name for this group? Or
No.
Okay, it's just vibes. Okay.
And I think, like, I do, like, I see why Triple H is giving him more opportunities. Because when Vince had it, Seth was really on he was putting everybody over. Like, he lost to Cody 3 straight times when Cody came back. He was putting over Matt Riddle.
True. So, yeah, but that was good. Just for that element of surprise. I don't think he's not cashing in on Cena. They keeping Seth.
That's Cody.
That's Cody. Like, Cody gonna win, but I could very well see Cody beating Cena at SummerSlam. And then Seth coming out. But I'm going to get into that later because of what happened later on tonight. I'm going to get to that. Okay. So, yeah, that was really good. Then following that up, we got AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. So, the commentary, I really like how they really playing this, like, obviously Chad Gable is El Grande, Americano. And the fact that they playing it off like that, and like Michael Cole is like, nah, this ain't right. He's Chad Gable is this, and but like all the heel commentators are like, what the hell are you talking about? That makes no sense. He's not. I think that was real good. Obviously, AJ Styles and Chad Gable, you put them in the ring, it's gonna be a good match. So that was a good match. I think it furthers AJ Styles because finally he gets a win. And I like what they're doing because a little later they interviewed AJ Styles and he was talking about how Seth and them kind of pushed up on him and he had a problem with that. So so what they're about to do is they're about to feed all the baby faces to that group.
So that need an army.
Yeah, so that group
you're gonna need an army.
So that group can gain legitimacy, but it's good. It's always good to see AJ Styles win, and when you put these two together, I mean, magic is going to happen. So that was real good. What you think about it?
You can always count on.
Yeah,
Gable was MVP. Gable and Stephanie was MVPs this weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm on this like, bro. If y'all gonna give Chad something, I'd rather him get it instead of hiding behind the character.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if they do it right, it'll be something. It should lead into something because I mean, Chad's a hooper. Like he
Bonafide.
Chad one of them ones. So it's like
Bonafide. Especially him and I can't even pronounce his name, but the AAA champion. Oh my God. Vikingo.
Vikingo, yes.
That was so good. That was so good. That whole world, I think, Worlds Collide was better than Money in the Bank to me. Because I'm a big lucha. Like I check out AAA all the time, and I'm a big like lucha libre guy anyway. So the fact that we're here now, that was so good. That was
even though they gave WWE all the wins, but you
knew that was going to happen.
Hey, the Iguana dude already got him a promo package.
Yeah, Mr. Iguana out of there.
Mr. Iguana already.
So Mr. Iguana out of there. He gonna be on NXT on Tuesday.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. I bet you he gonna be on NXT tomorrow. He out of there.
Yeah, like
he out of there.
See, we got everything ties in. Like,
yeah,
but yeah, like no, that was a good match. And then what else did we have out there? We had a promo.
Yeah, it was a promo. So it was Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Basically, the whole Roxanne Perez. She trying to get into the Judgment Day, but Liv Morgan, the head girl over there, and then they look like Roxanne Perez kind of pushing up on Dom, and obviously that's Liv's man, that whole bit. And I think it's kind of cool that they're doing that because obviously they're going to have a big match later down the line. I don't know when. I don't know.
I'd say y'all hold that off till like maybe because them two, like Roxanne, if she goes face, she has like how Bailey's first character was, like just that fangirl stuff. Like Roxanne kind of needs to be in that mean girl thing. Like
I don't know. This is a Mania match to me. Like it don't need no title. They don't need none of that. Just like two girls, just two people who hate each other. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of the women, we're gonna get to that. But I have some words that I think you'll probably agree with when it comes to the three women that got called up. Those three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I think Roxanne, bro, they put her in so many high like positions already, being the second to last at Royal Rumble. You put wasn't she second to last in Elimination Chamber?
Mm-hmm.
You're putting her in these situations and she's delivering. Like, and she's only 23.
Yeah. I mean, they don't call her the prodigy for no reason. I mean, she's real good. I mean, I could argue this class that came up from NXT women wise, it might be better than the 4 Horsewoman.
Yes. But the only person that's struggling right now is Julia.
I wouldn't say that she's struggling. I'd say this. Obviously, she's not taking off like the other two. But see, the thing with, like, she's not taking off like the other two, but that's fine. Because if they make her, because they got her going up against Selena Vega. If they just have her straight up be a killer, like how she, was coming in at NXT, but then, when she was in Japan and stuff like that, they just have her be a killer. And it's actually good that she can come in and kind of elevate the United States Championship, the Women's United States Championship, excuse me.
It's not doing
in that mid card for her to kind of legitimize that. Like I think that's perfect for where she's at.
I just feel like, yeah, we're gonna get to NXT because like all of that ties, everything like ties.
Mm-hmm. But back to the promo. Pretty much, Roxanne Perez was like, "Hey, I think we need to work together because if we work together, one of us is gonna win." Liv was like, "Bitch, stay out my way." She walked out.
Yeah.
Now we have Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, Roxanne Perez, and Liv Morgan in a fatal four-way for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Pretty much, I mean, you put four hoopers in there, they're going to hoop. Shout out to Liv Morgan. Yeah, great match. I mean, no complaints. Liv Morgan, definitely, out of the four, if you, asked anybody who you think was going to cook, out of the four, you wouldn't think Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan delivered. She was really good.
Liv Morgan's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, she's a Hall of Famer.
She's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, you already have two Hall of Famers in there right now, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
And so obviously their chemistry is real good. Everything was good. The story was good. Spots were good. Kairi Sane with her, jumping off the top rope and being crazy. Bonafide, just a dog. And ultimately, through shenanigans, Roxanne Perez, she moves forward. I think that was the right move.
Definitely was the right move.
She needs to be in that tournament. I could very well see her winning it.
I did say that because I'm like I said earlier, she's been in some high spots already in 2025. I think, her and Io have a good match at SummerSlam. You give Io that, but you elevate Roxanne into going into 2026.
Yeah, I can very much see that happening. Yeah, we shall see, but that was a pretty good match. And then let me see. So Becky Lynch comes out. The new women's intercontinental champion. Pretty cool. I mean, on the way out though, if you saw in the back, because they like to do this, they like to do that whole in the back, you got to pay attention foreshadowing thing.
Yeah.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller was in the back arguing with each other.
Which that should have been over with last year.
Yeah. I don't know. But see, my thing with that is, okay, and we'll get back to Becky Lynch, but this is my thing from a storytelling aspect. You can do that, they're doing the background stuff, they're doing all that, but you kind of got to feature them more so that when the turn happens, it's like, whoa. I thought the turn should have happened when Grayson Waller kind of fed Theory to Sheamus.
To Sheamus, yes.
Yeah, and then maybe they had a tag team match the next week or something like that. And then it was a tag team match. They didn't win, but then Austin kirks off. You know what I'm saying? And it takes him out. But okay, we're delaying it, whatever. You want to make it last a little longer. But now at this point, I feel like maybe they need to be featured in 3 more matches and then turn it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just turn it, get a mini little pop, and then next week, yeah. And I think, because that's the thing that I feel like WWE is lacking, right? If it ain't about no championship, or if it ain't guys that were wrestling kind of 10 plus years ago for WWE, right? And they're just settling their scores. You don't really have a lot of, same thing with the girls. Well, girls, they don't get this at all, but just regular one-on-one, I hate you, you hate me feuds.
And bro, I honestly think because that's a thing in wrestling right now, because since I've already made my decision, I'm going to All In. I got to watch the lead up. And it's if you look at every major storyline, it has a championship to do with it, except we have Swerve and Hangman. They just fucking hate each other.
Yeah. But you see how that was really good, right? I feel like that's something that AEW has, but WWE doesn't.
Yes.
But WWE hasn't been doing that. This is even before Triple H, main roster, because NXT had that, right? Because there was only one championship on NXT. You know what I'm saying? And it's so weird because Triple H used to book that. But like now, it's like that's just been the way the last like 7, 8, 9, 10 years, where it's like it's no, I'm gonna follow you to the ends of the earth. You go low, I'm gonna go to hell. I'm gonna
And
kill you type
and
of
that's why I
beast.
think they need to still continue with this whole Jade and Naomi thing right now.
Yeah.
Like that's one that, I hate this woman. I don't want her to succeed at all.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that was beautiful to see because that was the first women's match that didn't involve a title since like '06, which was it was like a lingerie match.
Yes, and it was the sisters too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think to pay that off more, I think we need more of those because I feel like that could be one of those feuds because Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are really good. You know what I'm saying? I think obviously Grayson Waller may not be like the more like in-ringy type person, but he's
His
a
character.
slimy,
Yeah.
conniving. He could play that real well. So I feel like he could be real slimy and really backdoor Austin, who really Austin for real. He can go one and then two. He's better as a babyface.
Yes.
They've been having him
That's just him. Like,
yeah. They've been having him as heel ever since he got called up. And I think that was good when he used to come out with the phone and take pictures and do all that. That was good. I definitely think Vince saw something in him, but obviously Vince went away, so they were just like, all right, move out of the way. But I think now more than ever, you can kind of build him up and then build him up in the mid card again and just see where he goes. Same thing with Theory. Same thing with Theory. But anyway, Becky Lynch comes out. She raises the belt. All of a sudden, she talking about her shoulder, look like she's grimacing a little bit. And she comes in the ring, talks about how she's the better woman and she's the best, all that, the usual. But then she talks about how Lyra and Valkyria kind of yanked her shoulder too bad. Now she got to dislocate the shoulder. And we'll see, we'll see. Then she asked Lyra to come out and do this thing the right way. Lyra comes out. She looked like she about to punish her. But then all of a sudden, Bayley's in the building.
I was glad to see Bayley again.
Yeah.
I was very glad. Because she's been getting the shit into the stick for the longest.
Yes.
Even though she had her title reign, she won at 40. But it's like, I don't know. I guess for some reason, Becky in Las Vegas, she always just got to come back. Hey, man, get out of my kitchen, bro. My bad. Yeah.
That's all good.
Life. But it just seemed like Becky always likes to come back in Las Vegas. When we was there and then at WrestleMania. Like, and I told people, yes, and I told people, I was like, bro, it's going to be Becky. The Irish connection.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was, and to me, if you was gonna do that, Liv and Raquel should have just won.
Yeah,
they should have just won that Mania.
Yeah,
you was just gonna take it right back.
Yeah, I get what they was. I get what they was trying to do, but yeah, it would have been better on a bigger stage where if like. Obviously they was wrestling the match or whatever, but then, right as, let's just say Lyra is about to pin, Liv or Raquel or something like that, then Becky comes in, manhandle slam, 1, 2, 3. It's like, whoa, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. Yeah, she just wanted to win for the vibes. That's how that goes.
I think I sense a triple threat match, maybe at Night of Champions.
Yeah. And so that's why I say that Julia is important for the United States side, because look at the competition on the Intercontinental side. You have 2 of the 4 horsewomen competing for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
2 out of 4.
You know what I'm saying? You got Lyra Valkyria, who is, a hooper competing for that job.
Former NXT.
So you see just the difference. Like the girls on that side, like Julia, she legitimizes it over there because, Selena Vega, Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, even though I think Mia Yim can go. Not Mia Yim, sorry. Minchin can go.
She can.
So that could be interesting, Minchin and Julia. But yeah, so that's why I think it's good that,
It's
she's over
really
there.
like when you think about it, like them women's divisions is really top heavy.
Extremely.
It's like on all three. NXT, well,
Nah. Well, now it's not top heavy.
yeah, because we
But
already know.
NXT wasn't it? Nah,
Because at
NXT
one
was
point
never.
you had Stephanie, you had Julia, you had Rock, you had
Yeah, but
Roxanne.
I ain't gonna lie. The women's North American title scene, because you had obviously Sol Ruka. You got
Soul Sister.
you can put Zarya on there. Obviously Kalani Jordan. Um, oh my God, what's the girl in Fatal Attraction?
Oh, Fallon.
Yeah, who she was the champ.
Mhm.
So they had a solid mid card, and then like Jada Parker is kind of like
In
there, but here
between,
in the
yeah.
middle, you got nah. Now Raw and SmackDown,
Yeah, it's very
SmackDown more than ever is top heavy.
because you got Bianca's about to be cleared. Still got Charlotte, got
Hmm.
Alexa. Jordan Grace probably gonna be there around the summer. So
Yeah,
that's four right there.
Jade,
Jade, Naomi, Naya. That's set. That's seven.
Tiffany.
Tiffany. You got eight right there.
So I don't know. Right now, I think with these call ups, it's getting real balanced on both levels. On like the main event and mid card, it's getting balanced. So anyway, yeah. So that was that Becky Lynch segment, and then all of a sudden, this random hooded figure just jumps up on the just he just jumps up on the announce
That
table,
that was perfect.
and
That was
so
perfect. Because I
this
was
is
wondering
when
about during the show. I was like, when the nigga Truth coming?
yeah. So finally, our truth pops out. I just want to say, I love when Raw is what they sell it to be, because Raw, especially like over the last like 15 years, Raw has really felt very gravitas, very formulaic, or whatever the word is.
Yeah.
It's a formula. It hasn't really felt. There's moments sprinkled in between where it feels like unpredictable, and like you don't know what's coming next. Like, not when we was kids, right? Like that
Yeah.
era where it just felt like you didn't know what was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything could go down. So rare do we get some moments like that, because everything, obviously, they are a multi-billion-dollar company, production company, all that. So they're going to have everything nice and tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's good to have, even though this was like an unpredictable thing, it was still within bounds, but it was good. He pops out. So our truth pops out, and he could finally, we got serious truth. He's like, yeah, you know, I love y'all. Y'all the reason why I'm here. Um, you know, I changed. I love our truth. I love being a funny guy. I love being this, but y'all gonna stop playing with me. And the truth
Like,
set me free.
and what he said, I think they were saying what? And I think he said, y'all better not play with me. And I was
Yeah,
like, yes.
yeah.
I was like, that's Brian Killings right there.
He said, so now his name ain't our truth no more. His name is Ron Killings. So now we get Ron Killings for the first time since he was in the impact zone, damn near 20 years ago. And so that was real fresh. Then he cut the dreads.
Cut the dread. Thank God he did that because it was
You
about
think
time.
he looked crazy, but you think he pop out? You think he bald? You think he
Yeah,
come out and he bald?
I think you gonna have to put it on. He gonna have to
You
go with
think,
the slab.
yeah, you think you gonna, you think it's over? He about to come
Yeah,
home?
yeah, or he decide, or he go get a unit. I don't know, but I think real fans already knew if you watched him in the Impact Zone, you knew what he was always about. But he always was like people forget this motherfucker was in the main event with John Cena and The Rock at the Miz at a Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden. Like everything that he's been given, he's made the best of it each time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, to go out like this, there was no way he should have put that tweet out that Saturday or whenever that day was. I think it was last Saturday. Last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday.
The first.
Yeah. That shit should have never happened because that's somebody you didn't put him in the situations with Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, Triple H, Vince McMahon, and then he made that 24/7 title something, especially during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no way he should have ever had to put that tweet out.
Yeah. And that's I think that's why everybody was so at an uproar because, obviously they release people every year, but
yeah,
you can't just be like, he's goated. Like R-Truth will be a Hall of Famer. He's goated. He's a generational talent. However way you see it, he's been around for generations.
He's literally like 50 something.
Yeah, so he's
don't look like it.
Yeah, so he's been doing this, and he's been in all of our lives pretty much. I know Dan was since I was a kid, so
yeah.
He was
with 3 Live Crew.
Yeah, that's
bro. When I seen that, I was like, "Nah, you bullshitting." I was like,
and so I also this is kind of goated because he's the first one to kind of, for release at least. WWE had to go like that. He bitched them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the fans really was like, bro, obviously the fans, but I think a lot of it was like, I read that, big niggas was like, nah, you got to hire him back. Like the Romans and the Rocks and Cena.
Nobody has nothing bad to say about you.
So, you know what I'm saying? The most likable guy in the world.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Like, that's why I was just like, nah. I was like, he got to be bullshit. That tweet, but it's like now, you let him, now it's like, all right, now I'm really finna go out.
So this is the most interesting thing. Like, this is what I would be tuning in weekly for, because I definitely want to see where they go with this, because, ironically, I could see him winning a championship.
Oh, yeah.
But not a big card, like a big deal, like one of the big boys. I could see that just for the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Because why not? And if you want to make and I'm not going to lie, WWE has the opportunity to get that same impact as when Mick Foley won a championship. To create the craziest moment ever, because if you legitimize Ron Killings as hot as he is right now, because this is like a the fans are behind him, underdog story. Like, this is perfect. Him going, maybe not against, if you want to put him against Cena, but maybe not against Cena if you want to put him against Seth. I don't know how they do it, but if they wanted to get a crazy, because WWE is in the crazy viral moments, if they want a crazy viral moment, because him saying that he was getting released got 22 million impressions on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Imagine him winning the chip. I'm just saying, it's just a possibility. Just a possibility.
You're going to double, triple that.
Yeah, it's just a possibility. But yeah, obviously
that got 4 shirts out.
Yeah,
you ain't never seen R-Truth have 4
shirts at once. And I don't think any of them say what's up.
None of them.
Yeah, so he's
They
definitely
got
getting.
it. They got one that says "Killing Spree."
Yeah,
Like,
he getting a new theme song. He getting a new theme song
yeah,
for sure. But Hope Def Rebel. Like I know he be
yeah,
rapping. I'd rather him make his own theme song than
yeah.
Def Rebel.
I feel like that's gonna be in that. I feel like that's in the contract.
Yeah. But all in all, that was a great segment. I think they need to keep him as like the underdog. Don't play with me. I'm coming. Um, I got one last one in me, and I'm free to be me. Character. Let's do it.
Y'all better just back up. This ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'll handle my business. Ain't no jokes. If you come around here with that nonsense, I'm slapping you.
Yeah. And so that's something I can't wait to see.
Oh,
Um,
there was a video package that did come back.
okay.
Somebody is making a return next week.
Okay. Oscar.
Yes, and this is my pick for who the remaining spot of that fatal four way next week out of Rusev, Sheamus, and Bronson. The Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
And we'll talk about that because I like where you're going. We'll talk about that. All right. So then, let's see. It was a backstage segment. Um, Dom in the back in the Judgment Day layer, getting ready for the match. Sami Zayn pulls up, and I like how they're still teasing that. You know, that split between them. Sami Zayn, not Sami Zayn, sorry. Finn Balor. Finn Balor pulls up, and Finn Balor's like, "Hey man, why is it that you get to compete?" And Dom's like, "Well, you lost the Money in the Bank qualifier. You lost this other one. I thought, let me represent the Judgment Day. It's my turn."
I
You can
won my
see,
match this weekend.
yeah, you can see on Finn Balor's face. He like, all right, you keep talking, nigga. I'll get you. And then Roxanne Perez comes in and she's like, "Hey, Dom, did you see my match?" So you can see that she's trying to push up on Dom. And do you like my match, Dom? He kind of like, hey, but
I liked it, but I
he
don't want
like,
to say I liked
yeah, he like,
it.
yeah, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And then Liv pull up, Liv mad. So that's gonna be so good whenever that happens. You know what I'm saying? But then that leads to our match: Sami Zayn, Penta, Dominic Mysterio. Sorry, there was a package beforehand. Seth Rollins in the back with the gang. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. Braun Breaker back there getting himself ready. And then Seth is like, you win this, then we can just continue and take over. We get the roof. And then Braun Breaker starts walking out.
Yep.
Now it's game time. So now we got this little four-way. And I mean,
Great match.
great match. I honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. I really didn't know who was gonna win this match, and that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel like any one of these guys could have won this match and moved forward.
it was one
Um,
of those that either though the decision would have been fine either way.
yeah, I would have been good either way. So yeah, this was. I love when they do stuff like this. See, this is what we because like this is what we used to talk about. When we used to talk privately about. Kind of like during that Roman era, it felt like it was like Roman or like ain't nobody beating him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They could do whatever, but like there was nobody to legitimize whatever. Like now more than ever, I appreciate them for this, and I need them to keep going. Is it feels like all these stars are anybody can win. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it was when we was kids. Obviously you had the John Cena, you got the Batista, but Edge can come in and win. Randy could win. Rey Mysterio could win.
CM Punk, Jeff
CM
Hardy.
Punk could win. Jeff Hardy could win. So they always kind of kept it, spontaneous, and I always kind of kept it like that. So I feel like now more than ever, um, And it was kind of lacking a little bit because obviously they had to get out of that, kind of with Cody beating Roman and everything, and them creating the World Heavyweight Championship kind of helped because Damian Priest got to come up a little bit and all that stuff. So now, especially this match, I had no idea who was going to win this, and like all four of these guys could very well be champion one day.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this was good. I mean, high octane action, real good. Dom is really coming together. He's coming to his own. He's out there with the big boys and he's cooking. He looks legitimate. And so then basically Braun, it gets to a point where Braun is taking over. He about to cook. He goes out, spears the hell out of Penta. All of a sudden, LA Knight, he comes in and hits him with the BFT, spikes him on his head. So now, okay, it's about to be LA Knight going up against Seth Rollins and them. Let's do it. And so as an LA Knight truther, because I was a little upset that he didn't win the Money in the Bank, but I do appreciate, now he won't win this feud, but I appreciate them putting him in high profile feuds.
Yes. To
just continue to legitimize him, because I'm holding out hope. This is 99% delusion. 1% hope. I think for the fourth straight year, he will enter the Money in the Bank and he'll win it then.
Hey, Naomi finally won it in the fifth one.
Yeah, so I see them doing that, but it's not like he's dropping off a cliff. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We're gonna keep him.
They'll always put him in situations for him to, and he's over. It's like he's over.
Yeah, so that'll be good. I think because I'm pretty sure the draft is probably coming up soon.
I think probably
because LA Knight
do it. You should do it after SummerSlam or before.
Well, either way, I think LA Knight is going to Raw at some point, but it's here nor there. But anyway, LA Knight costs Braun Breaker the match. A bunch of shenanigans goes on. My man Sami Zayn catches was it Mysterio? Yes.
Yeah, he caught Dom with the
Haluva kick. And 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is going to King of the Ring. And
just the semifinals.
Oh, excuse me. But he's going to the semifinals is at the pay-per-view or no?
No, it's next week.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like they need to do that where it's like an endurance thing, like how they used to do it, where it's like
everybody had to do it. Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, so
we'll do some recipes.
Yeah. I don't like that.
King of the Ring, you had to really earn that.
Yeah, from like first round all the way, but whatever. Anyway, okay, well, Sami Zayn moves forward. We'll see.
But they're kind of breaking it up where it's like, so I think SmackDown has it. So whoever wins that, they would fight Sammy, and then so it's like they're trying to merge them, the both brands in together. So I kind of like it, but it's always going to be Raw versus SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there we go. And then after that, during the commercial break, my man Karrion Kross, sneaky man.
Hey, he ain't lying.
Yeah, he says he applauds Zayn for pretty much taking this opportunity. And Zayn's like, "What the hell you talking about?" He like, "Hey, I see you, boy. I see you." I like the role that Karrion Kross in. I'm pretty sure they're waiting to renew his contract before they put him out there to actually wrestle. I think that's what's going on.
You know what he reminds me of, like on them shows where they have the devil and the angel?
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
Yeah. I like it.
He always gonna say something that you just be like, well?
I like it.
And it's like for everybody he interacts with.
Yeah. That's to me, that's real perfect. So I can't wait until they round out his character because that'll be really good. But And we move forward, I think, and we probably kind of skipping over, but I know they did the Nikki Bella. It was like Nikki Bella and Natalia and Maxine Dupree. They was talking in the back.
Oh, I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
There should have been no way in hell EO Sky should have said Nikki Bella paved the way for her. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they
EO
glaze.
been doing this.
Yeah, they be glazing Nikki Bella. Like, don't get me wrong, the Bella
Maxine should have said
twins.
that.
Yeah, the Bella twins are like, yeah. This is my thing out of all that. I remember when Rhea Ripley was the world champion, the whole show revolved around her damn near. When Liv Morgan was the world champion, the whole damn show revolved around her. Why is Io Sky only getting backstage segments once or twice? Like, you barely see her. She's the damn champion. You barely see her. And she's always like, you know what I'm saying? What's the juice? You know, her reign as WWE Women's Champion when she was on SmackDown last year when she was a heel, that was way better. You know what I'm saying? She was featured better. But that goes to me. That's my thing with Triple H. I always feel like Triple H, he can book the hell out of the heel. Triple H can make a heel look like $1,000,000. But when it comes to baby faces, that's his struggle. I think
The
that
only
maybe
one he's booking well is Jay, but that Jay got the crowd like this.
yeah.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
and you got Cody who got the crowd like this. So them is like
But that
you can
Cody
put them
thing,
with it.
that Cody thing is like he came in, like you didn't have to build Cody, right?
Yeah.
He came back and it was like, oh my God, Cody Rhodes is back. Yes, we want him to win. You know what I'm saying? That's so easy because he was about to mess that up and had The Rock, whoever was in charge of that. I don't know if that was The Rock's call. I don't know if that was whoever.
We'll never with them two, you will never know.
You never know. But they was about to mess that up last year, but they ended up fixing it. But he just don't. That's not him. He don't know how to build a baby face at all. At all. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's a skill that he lacks, in my opinion. But anyway, so yeah, Io Sky tells Nikki Bella that she paid the way and she's thankful, and then Nikki Bella comes out.
Like, that doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, it don't sound right, but we gotta legitimize it. Anyway, Nikki Bella comes out. She is like, "Hey y'all, I'm Nikki Bella. Love y'all, and Evolution is coming back, which is love it. Can't wait to see that. It's gonna be real because the last Evolution was real good.
It was very good.
And pretty much Evolution is next weekend. Not next. I'm so sorry. Next month, July 13th. And
WWE kind of fucked up for that because Beyonce gonna be in Atlanta at the same time.
They might have could.
Yeah, but I think you'll still still gonna get a good turnout. I think.
Bro, people going to the Beyonce concert, not going to the WWE concert. Like WWE event, PLE. Like if you're, you know what I'm saying? That's they'll just be just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Anyway, but then the juice.
Think about that.
The juice. Nikki Bella goes on, and Nikki Bella starts talking about how the women today are killing it. She talks about.
She fucked up Stephanie's name.
Yeah, that was crazy. She said Stephanie Backway. Who was that? But hey, anyway, she mentions all the girls except for Liv Morgan. And I knew they was going to do this because you need that one tag team match with a legend. So anyway, she don't mention Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's music hits. She's like, ho ho ho. If you mention the girls, you better mention me. And Nick and Bella was like, oh, my bad, dog. It wasn't need no pressure. I wasn't trying to do that. Liv Morgan was like, nah, fuck that. And got in her face about it and started talking about, basically, she said that Nikki Bella wasn't on nothing. And if Liv Morgan was in her era, she would have been the best. And she said that, Nikki Bella was wrestling plumbers and mechanics. And it ain't nothing, they can't touch Liv. And pretty much They was, going at each other. Liv was like, you ain't gonna be nothing but a reality star,
And you ain't got no man.
and you ain't got no man. I got a man. Nikki Bella comes back and is like, well, is that your man or Roxanne Juice? Um, and then it was like whoop de whoop. Then Liv hits her with the Oblivion. Now I think it's probably. I don't think it'll be a. I don't know. Do you think it'll be a one-on-one match, or do you think it'll be the Bella Twins versus Liv and Raquel for the tag team championships?
It's probably going to be the Bella Twins because it's like they was really everybody was when like that whole movement was coming. They was like they should have been the tag team champions because like I think for nostalgic probably that's what they're gonna do. And like I think you see the shift of Liv and Raquel kind of going away right now because she really don't be on Roxanne's ass like she should be when like Liv like if this was Liv earlier like last year, Liv would have been spanked the shit out of Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
Because like even when Roxanne had cost her against Kairi Sane the first time, she was more mad at Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think you bring one back, you're gonna have to bring the other one.
Yeah, so that'll be the match. They always do that. So this would be the tag team match. It was cool.
Victoria to be on that show.
Yeah, we'll see. Then big time.
Yeah.
World Heavyweight Championship match.
It went the
WrestleMania rematch. You got Jey Uso.
Than the first one.
You got Jey Uso versus Gunther. They run a package kind of talking about how Jey Uso has been getting his ass whooped and his ribs are tender. And so, obviously being the devastating heel that Gunther is, he's going to capitalize on that. I should have knew something was up because they had Jey Uso walk out with his kid. Anytime somebody had a kid around and they fight Gunther, it's not going to go good.
It never goes good.
Guess what? This was a surprise. I was not expecting this. I knew that they was going to do something crazy. I honestly thought that they would have had Seth cash.
I thought Seth was going to cash in.
I thought they was going to have him cash in, just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get it going. And then like move Gunther to SmackDown or something like that because he already completed his mission on Raw. But boy, was I wrong.
I was wrong too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gunther is your new World Heavyweight Championship. I can get behind that.
You got to do it right this time because
now, yes, this opens a whole new realm of possibilities now, and I love it. I don't know what the hell is about to happen. So it's funny that you mentioned that Ilya Dragunov is going to come back because obviously he's going to win that one. He's going to win that match. But I'm having a hard time. I do not know. It's 3 people that's going to win because I think Cody's in it, right? It's 3 people that's going to win. It's either going to be Ilya Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, or Sami Zayn.
And Randy's in the other one. Is Randy, Alistair, Mello?
Cody's coming out to the SmackDown side. He's not losing. Cody's coming out to SmackDown side because the match is going to be. They got it going 2 nights, so they wanted to be big. Either way, Cody Rhodes is Either way, Cody Rhodes is fighting John Cena for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. That's we're getting number 2 of that. But see, now I just don't know because now obviously we got to get some people against Gunther. Jey Uso probably go at him again at Night of Champions and lose.
I think Jey needs a break because he's been at it honestly for the last 4 years.
Yeah. So maybe they give him a break, let him step to the side a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Make us Mr. Yeet. You know, make
Yes.
us Mr. Yeet.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
needs a break.
but now you got Ilya. It's either gonna be Ilya, Sami Zayn, or Cody Rhodes as your king of the ring. You know, pick your poison.
I think that would be the best bet for Cody is to win that. Because Saudi, he don't lose over there.
Yeah.
He don't lose over there. But it's like it would make more sense with him going at him and Sammy going for that because they always got history.
Could you possibly see a triple threat? Sammy, Ilya, and Gunther at SummerSlam?
No.
Really?
Well, I think it would be too early for Ilya to move into that title picture because him and Gunther, whenever they gonna run that back, that needs to be the main event of whatever show that is.
Fair.
Whatever show that is, that has to be the main event.
Personally, I want Gunther to hold that jump until next SummerSlam because I want him to, whoever he's going to fight at WrestleMania, I don't want him to lose 3 years in a row at WrestleMania. So I want him to win at WrestleMania, but then next SummerSlam, next SummerSlam, yeah. I think from today till SummerSlam 2026, wherever that's going to be at, I forgot.
Minnesota.
Whoever between Sami Zayn and Ilya Dragunov, I think that's where he loses.
Yes, because Ilya was on a roll, but he just got hurt.
Yeah,
and then he fits in perfectly with that whole thing with Seth and them because him and Braun still got history from NXT, and if you want somebody to go head up with Braun, you need that nigga.
So then, hold up, man. How is Seth gonna? Damn, I mean, no. Seth gotta go for the WWE Championship then.
He got too many options.
Cause he can't go after Gunther.
It wouldn't make sense. He would have to. You know what it would have to be? He'd have to get Cody after Cody wins because he's like, "Oh, I helped you get this."
Yeah, it'll be more psychological.
Yeah, I helped you get this. I've already did what I needed to do with that belt. I don't need it. I've already when Seth got it, he defended that motherfucker every time on a bum knee, and now I get to play the role where I ain't gotta get you.
So look, and we're fantasy booking here, people. Sorry,
yes,
we wouldn't be wrestling fans if we didn't fantasy book. Look, SummerSlam hits, Cody, whatever. Cody takes it to Elimination Chamber. Cody takes it to Elimination Chamber. Nah. Yeah. Cody takes it to Elimination Chamber.
Because you don't get it. You don't give it to him right back and then just take it back off.
Yeah. Seth gets him at Elimination Chamber. Seth gets him at Elimination Chamber. I don't know what the match is. I don't know what's going on, but Seth gets him at the Elimination Chamber. Or no. Like Extreme Rules or some nut shit like that.
It has to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Extreme Rules or some nut shit like that. But he gets at Cody, right? Gets Cody. And then we start building the tension between him and Braun. Because I do not want them to rush that. I want them to be in this faction for like WrestleMania, what would that be, 43?
Next year?
Yes.
No.
No.
42.
43 is 2 years from now.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 43. That's why I want the Seth, Braun Breaker, Batista, Triple H match. Don't rush it.
Yeah. Because like Bronson did get himself over. He just got hurt.
Yeah.
And like if you think about it, like even when what Seth really did when he held up that briefcase against CM Punk and he like, nigga, I still got him. I don't fuck with you, CM Punk. So if you get it, I'm on your ass. John, we don't have that much beef, but you got something I want.
Yeah. Because now that they went with Gunther, like, how can they? Because you can't. Because Gunther's a monster, bro. He needs to have a year reign. You know what I'm saying?
Because they did terrible with this first one.
Yeah. So, and like more than ever now, I think he has a bunch of baby faces that he can hoop with. Like you got a desperate Sami Zayn, Ilya Dragunov is coming. Him and Sheamus have crazy matches. You could throw Penta up in there. You could throw all these different people up in there.
You got CM Punk still.
Yeah, you got CM Punk still. I just think because you're not going to turn him face. You're not just going to have Seth backdoor him and then turn him face. So yeah, I think Seth goes after the big one. He goes after the WWE belt.
And this is where it kind of gets confusing. Where Roman would come in, and where does he factor in? The last people that left him lifeless was Seth and them.
Well,
and do you put that on Roman? Like, oh, my duty is to fuck it, because look, if you think about it.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Seth has been a part of every failure Roman has had.
Yes. Let me tell you this right now. Hear me and hear me good. And this might start like a civil war within WWE's creative, like WWE and TKO and their executives and everything. Triple H would rather sell his children than book Seth Rollins losing to Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I know Triple H was ready to grab that belt off of him.
Triple H will do anything in this world to make sure that Roman Reigns never beats Seth Rollins by hook or by crook, whatever. He ain't doing it. What they say? What Nick Saban say? Quit asking. Yeah. I ain't doing it, so quit asking. That's like his one. Every booker has their one guy. Seth is Triple H's guy. Now, I say that it might have a crazy ripple effect because obviously Roman Reigns is kind of above all that. So then obviously he could talk to his cousin and be like, bro, I don't like this. And then it could start a whole thing. Because I heard it was like reports between, The Rock and Triple H beefing. You know what I'm saying? Overbooking and all that. I don't know. But
it wouldn't surprise me.
They'd have a feud. But if it was up to Triple H, Seth Rollins is winning that feud.
Yes. So,
I don't know. But back to this Raw. This Raw was an A for me. I'm giving it a 10. It was always good to come off of they kept the momentum after a pretty good pay-per-view. PLE.
Had a great weekend.
Yeah. They had a good weekend, so they continued it with there. So, yeah, I definitely can't wait for it tomorrow and Friday. Can't wait for NXT and SmackDown.
Two niggas is wrestling.
Yeah. The Black
and Jasper.
The blackest TV show in America, NXT.
We're going to figure out what Mariah May's name going to be. Yeah. It's going to be Mariah or something.
There's something, but that'll be tomorrow's action. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's been the Goodmen show, GRAPS. I'm Maul. That's AD. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and keep it cool.